Well, hello. This is a video I've been waiting a few months to make, mostly because I was waiting for parts to complete this pistol before I could make it. This is a Lone Wolf slide on a Polymer80 PF940, also known as a Spectre, and I don't know if it was an LS150 at one point, but they've had a couple different designations and I don't know why that is. But I wanted to share my building experience, and that's a fast fire from Burris Fast Fire 3 on a Glock dovetail mount. So I wanted to share my experience with putting this together. Basically, the instructions, there's one thing I have to disagree with. They had a part of the instructions. I want to take this apart real quick so you can see what I mean. They had a part of the instructions that was for cutting these slots out in the back, right here, because you have to machine all the slots. And they said to get it as close as you could to the hand grip, basically to favor the slot in the jig so that it would be toward the hand grip. I found that to be a bit of a mistake. What happens if you do that is you end up with a slide that rides too low, and the firing pin will not get released by the trigger. It'll be too low, and basically the trigger will not be able to let it go. So I would say go ahead, if you do yours, go ahead and make sure you mill that slot right down the middle. There's a couple of other caveats. I would say if you do the milling for both the slot here and to get rid of the excess material up here that you have to get rid of, I would do that on a router table if you have one. I really regretted doing it on the drill press. It was just not the right tool for the job. I had a very poor quality cross slide from cross slide vise from Harbor Freight, and it really made my life miserable. So I would strongly suggest, if you have a router table, take that route instead. No pun intended. Anyway, so a couple of pointers that I found along the way. After you drill out the pinholes, because there's 3 of them, 1, 2, 3. This is Gen 3 style. After you drill those out, you drill them on a vise with a hand drill. And what I would do is pull it all out of the jig once you're done and go through all the way through a couple of times with the drill bit. Make sure that those holes line up and have a good path, because those pins are very difficult to insert, very difficult to take back out if you have to for fitting stuff. So just so you know. So the trigger, actually, I got this trigger. It was a $60 trigger from eBay. I just wanted to get this thing together already. So this is the cheapest thing I found. And it's not bad. It's really smooth. It doesn't really tell you exactly when you've got the reset. But, I mean, the reset is so short on this. I mean, it's like a hair to reset. And it is ready to shoot again. So I would strongly suggest you invest a little more in the trigger just to make it adjustable, and it'll help. Anyway, so this definitely has no Glock parts at all. The trigger was obviously eBay, probably Chinese for all I know. The locking block is not Glock. It's from Polymer80. The slide stop is Lone Wolf. Most of the other stuff is Lone Wolf. I take it back. There may be one single part, and that is the spring inside here that is holding the magazine catch. So that might be the only thing, because even this is the extended takedown, so it's from Lone Wolf. Even the magazines, I ended up getting mag pull. So that's the next caveat. If you do get the mag pull mags, they seem to be differently shaped down here at the base, and the mag well on the Polymer80, and I don't know if this applies to a Timberwolf or not, but it doesn't let it click into place. I had to do a little bit of machining Now it works real well. You can hear a solid click, but it used to be that I'd press it in there and I could just push up here and it would just slide right out. The catch was not catching. So now I've got a little bit of play, just like any other magazine. You know, you can see that it raises up the slide stop, and you know, it releases positively with just, you know, again, just a hair to press that extended mag release from Lone Wolf. The only trouble I found with the extended mag release from Lone Wolf is I had to contour it to match the shape of the pistol right here. So I took a bit of a Dremel wheel, you know, the sanding Dremel wheels to it, and eventually polished it a little bit, but I'm going to try to polish it a little more. As you can see, it still looks like that gray kind of color after sanding it and all that, just like it does inside the mag well in here, see? So I had to basically clearance all this. It looks rough, but it's actually, it feels real smooth in there, but it's not quite like suede. It's really smoother, and works great. So anyway, so that goes in there. The slide, I really don't have anything negative to say about it. It looks really attractive in stainless. I got this, I think, from Hughes Precision, because this is the threaded barrel. So although it doesn't disassemble without taking the thread protector off, I kind of liked the look of that. And this was a little bit of fun to center it. It is exactly the same width, the precise same width as the slide. So it's not too bad, but it was kind of, it took me 2 tries to get it centered properly. The mounting plate, I mean, not the actual Fastfire 3. And did you notice that this thing is marked at the bottom? It's also marked on the inside against this side. The barrel is not marked anywhere that's visible, and neither is the slide. I mean, I really like that. There is nothing that says anything on this gun. There is just not a single word engraved, printed, or otherwise on it. That's just awesome. Such contrast to all the other modern stuff out there that just, they love to make billboards out of their guns, you know, thanks to the lawyers and such. So there you have it. That is the Lone Wolf Model 34 slide in stainless, nothing fancy, with a stainless threaded 34 barrel on the full-size frame from Polymer80. Thank you very much for watching. If you like it, please hit the like button. Thank you.